Hey guys, I'm back with part 2 of the Moab tip, two-part series kind of thing. I hope you're enjoying it. If you haven't watched the first part, go on my channel and check it out. I hope you're enjoying the videos while I'm on holiday, and I hope you have a nice day, guys, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video, and I'll see you back in the outro. So obviously try and capture, I'd suggest on terminal domination, B and C. Now obviously, as I say, domination is one of the best because obviously if you got B and C, you know that they should be spawning around A area. So they're not really, unless you run right into the spawn. Let's say all 6 of you run right into the spawn. Obviously the spawns are going to swap, even though you don't generally have a chance to run right into their spawn. You generally have to kill a few guys anyway. So obviously, if you get to that point where you're pushing right through to their spawn, don't push too far forward, obviously, because the spawns will just swap, and then you could just die really easily without even knowing, because you might not even know the spawn swap. So kind of find a place to head glitch. Obviously, now going on to the next tip, use techniques, use tactics, and all this lot. Do all the newbie stuff and everything. Head glitching, drop shotting, anything you can do to get those kills. Obviously, don't drop shot if you're in a head glitching spot. Well, you could if you got specialist on, and and if the enemy is exactly in front of you. But obviously, don't do it in stupid situations. So, if you're head glitching, don't generally drop shot, because head glitching is kind of the opposite to drop shotting, because they can only get you from, you know what I'm saying? Well, it's not opposite, but it's anyway, just get the kills however you can get them. Doesn't matter if people send you messages saying noob, noob, noob. At the end of the day, if you got your Moab and it's not you sitting in the corner for 20, well, yeah, you're going to be a specialist, so 24 kills, you'll be happy at the end of the day. So, just get those kills however you can. And, I'm just trying to think of another tip now. Oh yeah, play more defensively. Don't rush around the map with an MP7 expecting to get 24 kills without dying. You probably get killed from behind, to the left, to the right, and maybe to the front. You need to have the upper edge on the enemy. Play more defensively. I'm not saying camp, but just play more defensively, especially if you're going for your first map, because obviously running around the map like you usually probably do, you're not going to get your mob that way. I mean, you could, but generally only the really good Call of Duty players on YouTube get mobs, which are usually called rushing mobs, running around the map and all that lot. So obviously, aim down your sight while walking around corners, all that kind of thing, so that when the enemies are coming, well, you can see the enemies coming, then you just have the upper hand on the enemy. You need to have the advantage on the enemy at all points. So obviously, try and flank, all this lot to try and get your mob. So, you need to have the advantage over the enemy to be able to kill them. Well, to have the odds of killing them anyway, because there's no 100% chance that you'll kill an enemy. They could drop shot as soon as you shoot them, turn around, flipping throwing knife, you shoot you, stick you with a Semtex. These kind of things happen in Call of Duty. You've probably had the experience before. They just happen, don't they? So, and there's not much you can do about it. So you need to be prepared. As I was saying, I suggest terminal. Now, I don't really suggest dome that much because it's such a small map, and the small maps aren't the greatest maps, because now they are for you get a ton of kills. Don't get me wrong, you can get kill streaks, but it's a lot riskier to get the map, because the spawns could easily swap. Dome, you can run across the map in 30 seconds or so. You can throw frags across the map. You can throw Semtexes. Anybody could do anything really easily to kill you. Throwing knives, anything. You can stun, grenade, flashbang people across the map. Anything. Portable radars and Dome are just beasts. They cover a ton of the map. And if you don't have assassin on, well, you're kind of stuck there, aren't you? And predator missiles are a big thing as well. Someone could easily random pred you, precision airstrikes, stealth bombers. But the thing is with your Moabs, you should be killing these guys so that they shouldn't be getting their kill streaks. So this is why I don't really put blind eye on in Modern Warfare 3, because I try to think that I should be killing these guys before they get their dumb kill streaks. So if I put blind eye on, it's not, it's a bit pointless, because I should be killing these guys before they get their kill streaks. So it's kind of my fault if I die, you know what I'm saying? So kind of tried to think like that sometimes. Can't think of any other tips. Don't reload when you don't have to reload, obviously. I'll be back in just a second. Now I'm going on to external kind of things, not the actual game itself, guys. So obviously, don't try and not play on, let's say, a 5-inch standard definition screen. That doesn't help. I would suggest a high resolution monitor, which is what I'm using. I'm using a 24-inch monitor, obviously only if you sat right in front of it. Sorry, my square's squeaking quite a lot. There we go. When I sit near the front of my chair, it starts to squeak a lot. And obviously monitors are generally alright as long as you sat in front of them. Any sort of monitor, try and HD monitors, HDMI, but if you can't, well, but at the end of the day, monitors are pretty good for gaming and stuff like that. And that's why I use my PCs, obviously, instead of TVs for PCs, because they can't get high enough resolution. Anyway, for TVs, obviously, try and get HD. There isn't really a select size, because obviously it depends how far away from the screen you actually are. Now, if you're like 3 meters away, I think I'd recommend about definitely a 32-inch plus. I mean, obviously, don't go out spending this kind of money. But I would actually recommend, if you're thinking, oh, I want upgrades, get a bigger screen, or something like that for my Xbox, get a monitor. They cost £100, yeah, for like 22-inch full HD. It maxes, like, on normal TVs it's like 1080p resolution. On your Xbox you select it and all that lot, but on the monitor you can get up to 1980 by 1080, which is higher than full HD. So obviously you get a better resolution, especially on my monitor compared to my TV that I've got. Even though it's 32-inch, I prefer having the monitor. So obviously try and change your settings to the high settings, because I know some people play standard definition and buy HDMI cable. A lot of people have component. HDMI is better, for sure, definitely. So obviously try that. And another thing is gaming headsets, which is obviously a more affordable option, because obviously you can get gaming headsets, decent ones. Well, not decent, but I'd say okay ones at £20 plus these days. Turtle Beach. There's Tritons. I can't really think of any brands at the minute. There's Astros. Well, I was definitely going to say Astros, but obviously for most people, Astros are out of their price range. Astros are about £200, and it's only for if you're a hardcore gamer, really. But obviously, if you're a hardcore gamer, most hardcore gamers generally have got Moabs by now. But they are a very good headset, I've got to admit. So if you have the money, get Astros. Astro just brought a new headset as well called the Astro A50, so get them. I've actually got some videos later on, or previous videos on my channel about Xbox accessories. I think I'm going to do an updated one. And basically it's talking about all these cool accessories that you can help improve your gameplay. Now there's obviously try and get like a good controller. So obviously don't have a controller where the A button doesn't work or something like that. I would suggest a SCUF controller. Now search it in Google. They are really expensive, but if your birthday's coming up, I would suggest getting one. They are, I don't have one myself, but they are beasts. They really help out your game. One of my friends has one, and they're just, you can have custom camouflages on them as well. It's not just about all the features, so it is really good. Make sure you select the wired ones because they have less latency. Yeah, if you have a wired and a wireless controller, use the wired one. Only if it's an official Xbox controller though. Don't use one of those Wildfire or one of those modded wireless. Oh jeez, I can't talk. Modded. Don't use a modded controller which isn't official Xbox controller basically. If it's not, just use the wireless. Just stick with that. It just helps with latency and sometimes it lags and stuff. Because if you've got a lot of wireless devices in your home, even if you haven't, it sometimes loses connection and stuff like that. So there's another thing called killstreaks as well, and it extends your thumbsticks. So obviously you can move the thumbstick more, it basically makes it more accurate, makes you a more accurate player basically. And they're the kind of main accessories. If your hands slip off your controller a lot, you can on scuff controllers you can add this thing called scuff grip, and they basically make your controller really grippy. Or there's this thing called squid grip, and you just stick it on your controller, and it's like a rubberized material kind of thing. It's like a sticker, but on the other side it's like rubber. And apparently it's really easy to grip. So that's about it really. I can't really think of it. Sorry if you hear that. I know it's really itchy. Can't stop itching it. So, and obviously with a headset you can communicate with teammates, tell them if a flag's been taken or where enemies are or stuff like that. Because if your teammates know you're going for a Moab, well, they can tell you if they've died. Obviously look on the radar as well for if people have died, especially if there's UAVs and all sorts of stuff like that. If your team are running portable radar, if your team are running support, you know, make sure you keep looking on the radar because that will really help you out a lot. So if there's anything I missed out, I'll maybe add it in. But I'm going on holiday. Actually, I'll be on holiday by the time this is uploaded. So I'll be on holiday from Monday to Friday. So when this video's out, it would definitely be. So from the 20th of August to the 25th. So I'll still be having some videos uploaded because the ones that I'm going to be giving you guys to watch will already be uploaded. So as I'm uploading this tonight, I'm actually doing this video just before I go on holiday. Well, actually, I mean Sunday night before I go on holiday. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please drop a like. I've spent quite a lot of time preparing for this video and stuff like that, getting the terminal gameplay. If I'd recommend terminal, this is why I've got 2 terminal mobs here for you guys in the first part and the second part. So hope you enjoy, guys. Please drop a like. Please drop a comment. Hope you have a nice day, guys, and peace out.